hurt. Being likable, I'm trying to be unbreakable. I just realized that this whole game is takeable if I want it. And I do, yes, I want it. I don't care how you feel about it. I do what I want to. I used to look up to the people that I'm moving in front of. It's not that crazy anymore. My city used to come up. Bryce and Jack G. James is up next. The rest is up to me. These lames is upset. My peers get upstage. The fans are obsessed. My city is upcoming. His people are oppressed. And I'm gonna change things. I'm up at Carmichael's trying to get on the same page. I heard about the rapper that you claim was a mainstay. They had a nice run.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Denver Broncos.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
Here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Geno. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Now Smith. He hits his target, Lockett, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 36 yards. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Jason Myers for the extra.
Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Walker now on 1st and 10. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Now Geno. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Here's Walker. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, you mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Broncos nothing. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a 2nd here.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. From the 46, here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Wilson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson to throw. This one swung out to Williams. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Play action. Now Wilson. Steps away. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Broncos 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. A gain there of 21 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Throwing is Wilson. Screen play set up for Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
It's a gain of 7.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament. But it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Lutz with the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. 2nd and 10, Smith again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Down the left sideline. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule to lose to in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively, and 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Picked off by Justin Simmons.
So first thing that comes to my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Finding Williams on the check down.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
And now, did we see that right? They accepted the pass interference penalty, gave possession back to the offense. Boy, someone's got to have their wires crossed. That just doesn't make any sense.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway.
This taken in right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman.
A huge play there from Denver, 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 29.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They go play action now. Wilson going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Now Wilson. And it is caught. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll try and run. This is Williams. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3.
Williams will try again. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now Wilson being chased out left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos have cut the lead back down to 2.
They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run again with Walker. There he goes, left side. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. 61 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll try the air now with Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Smith. And he's got it. Touchdown. Will Dissly from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You're talking about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Wilson. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. That is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Throwing now is Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. Here's Wilson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Smith. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. There was no going through the progressions.
I should have served the other one, but he right back for another one. Quarter on the quarter, how you double up right off the bus. Soon as he touched down, run the money up. One-on-one. Water a little stopping me. 4-5 years and they work is numbing me too forever. She won't rushing me. Ask anybody what's up with me. Rolling but off. Been up a week, why could never out hustle me? They was older, broker than the younger me. Back then they couldn't with me. I ain't never punched no card or made no money off no. Stay focused, you won't live. The net and what you post on it don't mean to a real. All it takes for you don't get your way and now you feel different. All it takes for you that paper, now you feel different. All it takes don't talk you for a day and now you feel different. All it takes for you to catch a case and now you feel different. I don't feel. Make me feel different. I swear I don't feel. I never feel. G established. Better bow her head when I walk past her. Where your manners? As a kid, stayed with my granny. Daddy went to jail for jail. Lost my only chance being happy. Damn, what happened? Outcome match my actions. Talk, then I back it. Great example. I'm the standard. Come to preaching what you practice. Actually, I can't fathom or rationalize it. Move past it. She determined just from his section. Island daily, well respected, well connected. Look there, tell me God gon' let us into heaven with this. Focus, you won't live. The net and what you post on it don't mean to a real. All it takes for you don't get your way and now you feel different. All it takes for you that paper, now you feel different. All it takes don't talk you for a day and now you feel different. All it takes for you to catch a case and now you feel different. I swear I don't feel. Make me feel different. I swear I don't feel.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Straight ahead, a rematch from Super Bowl 57, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Now Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get to him right away as he's taken down right there at the 44. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 56 yards. And the Chiefs need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they liked, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their own 23. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And shedding through the tackle. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Forced out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
This is 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Swift. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, but it led to a really nice game.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now 2nd and 9. Here's Hurts to throw. He short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Hurts. He throws there, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelce for a big one. 45 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now a 2nd and 10.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Kadarius Toney.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Butker on for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Chiefs 14, Eagles 3. Harrison Butker at kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Throwing is Hurts.
And his throw is incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10.
Mahomes now to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they're going to speed things up here. And Mahomes sees something. He'll change the play. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 48 yards. And the Chiefs are able to stretch out their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Chiefs 29, Eagles 3.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Mike Edwards picks it off. A solid stiff arm. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 30.
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions? Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all this lame. No one got a brain, they just be liking all the same. This is what the I'm in on industry games. I'm convinced that nobody is speaking my language. I'm a good ass, so listen close when I say this. After every feel stainless. I can make a fiend go. Everything I wrote gon' smoke, so dangerous. I can make an Einstein.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got a good one here in the AFC, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Miami Dolphins.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Misdirection's the key on this play. They line up with 3 receivers to the opposite side of the tight end, and they're all going to work their way across the field and let the tight end sit underneath against flow the other way. They're banking that he can get lost, and that's exactly what happened as they pick up a 1st down.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, or a turnover on the 1st possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
A 1st down run there by Mostert as he'll get this forward for a gain of about 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through, No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the gun, it's Tua. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Taking it about the 16. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity, nothing big happened, but then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he'll have the Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Here's Tua.
At the 38-yard line.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, 1st down. Pickett's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Pickett sets up play action. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Dolphins' 29-yard line.
Here's Pickett. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A short one there to Freiermuth. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now run straight ahead with one. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Pickett to throw on first down. A short one there to Freiermuth. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Got his man, it's 1. So he stopped for no gain, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Pickett. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Pickett now on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. He's got his target. That's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 30. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Tua now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. He's into space past the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the 1st half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And it's caught at the 7-yard line. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. Achane going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. One more time with Achane. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Durham Smythe in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the 1st half as they'll kick this one away.
Godwin Igwe-Buike on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Final play of the 1st half. Here's Pickett. He'll let it fly for Austin. quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? Now, I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about. Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play call, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Right back to Achane on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Mike McDaniel dialing up the risk here a little bit on 4th down. They're going to go for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. Here's Johnson with a reception. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing to trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Pickett throwing again on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Brandon Jones picking it up. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This 2nd and 4. Here's Mostert, toss left side. Powers through. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devon Achane. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny. I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do that? And he told me to actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Fights through it. Breaks the tackle. Now Allen. Finally, it'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 8. Pickett back to throw.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield with man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
1st down, Steelers.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
And it's caught. And he's brought down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Harris.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. And quickly they get to the line.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Dolphins 1-yard line.
They'll try and run with Harris. And this time he is in.
Najee Harris
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Steelers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Pickett and the rest of the Steeler offense staying on the field. They'll go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by a South Florida native, Patrick Peterson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Looking to throw here, Pickett.
And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. And hold the phone now. This game isn't over yet.
Not at all. Now, get the football back. That's the first thing. However you do it, get the ball back and then manipulate the clock with your offense because you've got to get the ball into the end zone.
And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Back to throw is Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Pickett. Pass complete to Robinson. And that is what they needed. A 1st down and a big gain all the way to midfield as he's tackled right at the 50-yard line. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Here's Pickett.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Well, win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
One final shot for Pickett.
And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. One final try for Tagovailoa. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
This ball intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.